Allison here and
finished. Feel free to join us at the district office for a reception. Don't forget that. We got it set up nice for you, and please join us. But let's thank God for this beautiful day, huh? We don't have the wind blowing in our face. And,
Don't say
all of those that have lived here before, this is unusual right now. I'd like to introduce the board of directors of the Rcsd that are here. Our chairman, Greg, where are you at? Greg Wood in the back, and Ben Stewart over here, and our longest lasting, I think, or the eldest on the board, by Reclamation. And we thank each and every one of them for their work on the policies surrounding this project. Rick Webb called me about an hour ago. He got called to court on a homicide trial. You might know that he's an LAPD officer, so he's pretty active in his job. And Greg Washington is out of state and couldn't be with us today. I'd like to recognize the Lahontan staff, Jay Cass, Jay, and Sergio Alonso. We want to thank the Lahontan board for their work on this project, and we just thank you for being here. Kennedy Jenks, senior engineer, Toby Wedgemode, Tony, and Rachel, druppel-rodriguez, Todd Tappan, Morgan Joel, and Joe Weislow. How'd I do, Joe?
really good.
You gotta see how these names are spelled. And Dave Ferguson couldn't be with us. Dave was instrumental in the project, and due to a recent accident, he's recuperating but doing very well. So we're hopeful for a speedy recovery for David, and look forward to seeing him soon. Pacific Hydrotech, Sean Harns. Sean, there he is. And Francisco Alvarez. Former board member Russ Williford's desire to see this project completed was insurmountable, and due to that, his wife Christy is here on his behalf. To those that don't know, we lost Russ, and his wife's here representing him, Christy Williford. Christy, thank you so much for driving from Paso Robles to be here today. And we sure appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And another board member that we lost recently, Olaf Landsgaard. I know Olaf worked on the project as a board member, and we're sorry that he can't be with us also. So we'll move forward. I want to recognize the executive staff of the Rcsd. John Houghton, Lizette Guerrero, and Brock Smith, whose efforts putting most of it together that we see today, working on this project, and the work that they'll continue to do. Lizette, Assistant General Manager, and I just want to say it's a team effort, and we're going to be moving forward with their help and continued support there. Staff of operators, we got Ryan Becker, our chief operator, Ryan, and Steve Saunders for Steve. Steve is back here. I want to thank you guys. You guys did a heck of a job preparing this whole area for this event. Most of you haven't seen it before, and it wasn't like it was terrible, but it looks wonderful right now. Hats off to you guys for the hard work, and they did work in the wind. This project, from start to finish, will utilize a team of public and private professionals with various talents. Without a team such as our project would not be possible. Thank you to everyone involved. This isn't the most glorious groundbreaking of projects one can attend. However, when considering how many people will benefit from this project after the ultimate completion, it's no wonder that it stands well above any other project that could serve the people of this community. I want to thank the Lahontan Board for their hell, I can't even read, comments during the board meeting to issue our waste discharge permit, and the Lahontan staff for their tireless effort to assist the RCSD in moving forward this beneficial use project, and for them getting us through the regulatory environment. Staff is tremendous when you get along, and if you get on the bad side, it doesn't work that well. But we've always had a good relationship with the Lahontan staff, and we want to thank them. They'll be monitoring the progress of the project and monitoring the entire effects of our beneficial use project, and ensuring that the community's water supplies as well as the basin is taken care of. That is the responsibility of the Regional Water Quality Control Board, and they monitor and have specified all the requirements in our waste discharge permit, and so they'll be on top of every aspect of this. Now, some may point out that the cost of the project is not a value, and it's in some cases the truth. It's not a value per se. However, when you consider the impacts of the adjudication in the Antelope Valley water basin, it becomes a value. It becomes a value because of the beneficial use of the water that's generated in our waste stream, and the ability to clean that water and be able to place it in percolation ponds will give the district approximately 1,000 acre-feet of water credit, and we'll be able to pump that credit. Now, the RCSD in the adjudication went from approximately 3,000 acre-feet. Now, we were a little bit higher than that, but for the sake of just discussion, we went about 3,000 acre-feet down to 400 acre-feet. To serve our community, we have to make up the difference. And this 1,000 acre-feet that we are waiting for the water master to sign the contracts for that will provide us a big amount of water to make up that gap. Now, I'm presently negotiating, and the average cost of an acre-foot of water, if you buy it in perpetuity, is about $6,500 an acre-foot, and that's an average. So that 1,000 acre-feet will be valued at about $6.5 million. And you got to understand, the cost of water is not going to go down, it's probably going to go up. So that $6.5 million that the district would have otherwise had to spend to make up the gap in the water that we needed will be saved by this project. So effectively getting the 1,000 acre-feet of water and effectively reducing the overall cost of the plant by a figure similar to that $6.5 million. So suffice it to say, I think it is probably the best use of our waste stream. It is the best use of additional water credit, and we're looking forward to the culmination and the fire up of this plant. And I see they've already begun, and this is great, and I just want to thank everybody for being here and showing your support. And if there's any questions or any other comments that anyone wants to make, I'd be happy to yield the podium, and you can talk to your heart's desire. Now, I've got 3 more pages in my book to read, but being a former politician, I think I'm going to yield. So with that, would there be anyone that would like to make any comments? Jay?
I had planned to.
Jay is with the Lahontan Board.
Yeah. Staff, Yeah, my name is Jahil Cass, and as Steve said, I'm on the staff of the Lahontan board. We have actually a board member that's from Rosamond. You probably know Keith Dias lives here. Has been on our board quite a while. And then Sergio is the staff engineer in Victorville that's really overseeing the plant specifically. So I work out of the Victorville office, and I'm in charge of the wastewater unit and the agriculture unit. We have a few dairies, but for this project, off and on, from my career at the water board, it's been like 32 years now, just about. One of the projects that was assigned to me periodically as I would move around would be Rosamond. And I distinctly remember my boss's boss back in the early 90s when you were expanding, I think, to your first set of expansion ponds. Thinking, wow, is this the best way to treat and get rid of our wastewater? Just put it in an evaporation pond and let this beautiful sun take it away to make snow in Nevada. And he said, that's what we do in the desert. And to see this project finally come to fruition has been a long time, and I really think that, you know, that, as you said, there will be a lot of benefits to the community, and I know for the water resources of the state, that's our mission to protect, there will be an improvement overall because you're eliminating the source of pollution to groundwater by putting this new plant online. So thank you, Steve, and thank the community of Rosamond.
Thank you, Jake. Anyone else? Well, with that, we'll bring our groundbreaking to the shovels. So if the board will step up, we'll spread a ribbon, and we have a huge pair of scissors here. Kennedy Jenks, a rep from Kennedy Jenks, from Pacific Hydrotech, and Jay, would you like to take a part, or you or Sergio, in the ribbon cutting?
Go ahead, Sergio. Let me teach me how to take a picture.
Just like that. You got it right.
I'll share. I'm not good at sharing.
Oh, Greg? Actually, why don't we get pictures of them with the shovels first? If you'll line up right here in front of the slab. Sure. Steve, can we? Like this, gentlemen and ladies. I didn't look up.
Smile.
Howdy. Make this picture. We good?
Good.
Cool. That's kind of a
We
faux.
don't get those dirty back.
Yeah, that's looking too dirty.
Yeah. Get our money back.
Polish.
I think I heard somebody say before lunch, 2 cubic yards. What's that? 2 cubic yards before lunch, and then you're good.
No problem, jump on the machine.
Iron on that side and then I think you can, in fact, you can lean on these and then hold it away. Byron, you'll hold right here. Ben, if you'll hold on that side close to the scissors.
Yeah.
So, you'll all join us at the district. We'd appreciate it, and we'll see you there. Thank you, and thank you all for being here.
It's a wonderful Yeah.
It's our wonderful governor.
All these ponds are going to be.
I don't know. They're talking about taking it over. I don't see the improvement myself. Okay, so I'm looking at the old clarifier,
Yes, sir.
and
And what they're going to do is basically the old plant, the old clarifier would only handle half of the influent wastewater stream. So what they're doing is they're going to build a second biolac system, and they're going to build a second large clarifier. And the purpose is that we will be able to handle and treat the entire influent flow from the town of Rosamond. That way we can get the maximum percolation and the maximum benefit from treating the water.
are you still going to run the old one?
Yes, we are still going to roll in the old plant. With the old plant and the new plant that is being built, we will be able to treat the entire flow of the influent town of Rosamond.
And that's going to be how many gallons of effluent?
We will bring
1.2, something
about
like that?
1.2 million gallons a day. We bring in about 1.2 to 1.3 million gallons a day. Now there will be some loss from evaporation and stuff like that, but
Sure.
it'll basically be treating the entire flow.
And then you'll put that in a pond and let it perk into the ground.
Yes, sir. Refilling the aquifer. They're going to build 3 large percolation basins out here.
Over there to the
And-
south, yeah?
Yes, and they will be ran, filling one at a time, switching between them. And what it will do is it'll percolate back into the ground, refilling the aquifer, which in turn we will get pumping credit, which will be less water we'll have to buy to serve the community.
Well, that'll be a huge savings every year.
Absolutely, it will. And huge savings to the people of Rosamond, because if we have to start purchasing water, everything starts to go up with that. So the more water that we can save and be able to pump more,
Yeah.
will be less water that has to
Be purchased. Yeah. Well,
So
that's
it's an
good.
exciting new project, and
Sure. And when do you think you'll have it running?
we have a 18 to 2 year window to have construction finished.
Okay. Okay.
So we're hoping it'll be completed in about 18 months.
Sure.
And from
Well-
then we'll get it up and running, and from there it's just calculating the water that is percolated down into the ground.
Testing it, make sure it's all
Test it.
clean enough and
We did
so forth.
a practice run for 8 months
Uh-huh.
under the constituents that we're going to have to follow, and we are well below all the constituents, and Lahontan has given us the okay that the water meets the criteria and that it'll be good for beneficial reuse.
Well, congratulations and best wishes.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You bet. And now give me your name right at the end of this so we spell it right.
Ryan Becker, RyanBecker.
And your title?
Chief Plant Operator for Rosamond Community Service District.
Thank you so much, Ryan.